The muscular system of vertebrates. The vertebrate endoskeleton provides sites for skeletal muscles to attach. Tendons, which are tough fibrous bands or cords, attach skeletal muscles to the skeleton. For example, here you see that the skeletal muscles are attached to the skeleton with the help of tendons. For example, here this is the bone and it is the muscle, and this muscle is attached to the bone with the help of tendon. Musculature of fishes. Most of the musculature of fishes consists of segmental myomers. Myomer is from the Greek word where myo means muscle and meros means part. Musculature of fishes. This diagram indicates the skeletal muscle of bony fish, showing mainly the large muscles of the trunk and tail region, and these muscles occur in blocks called myomers separated by connective tissue sheath. Notice that the myomers are flexed so that they resemble the letter W. Here you see that they resemble the letter W tipped at a 90-degree angle, and here you see that this is the single myomer and it resembles the letter W. The different colors represent here the different myomers. Fish movements based on myomer contractions. Myomer segments cause the lateral undulations of the trunk and tail that produce fish locomotion. Here this diagram indicates the fish movement based on the myomer contraction, and here you see that in this figure number 1, here you see that the muscular forces cause the myomer segments to rotate rather than constrict. Here these red bars, these actually indicates the muscular forces that cause the myomer segments to rotate rather than constrict. First have a look on the basic directions of the fish. Like here, this is the dorsal region of the fish and it is the ventral region of the fish. This is the posterior region, which is also named as the caudal region, and it is the anterior region, which is also named as the cranial region of the fish. So these muscular forces here, you see that the rotation of these cranial and caudal myomer segments, they bend the fish body about a point midway between the two segments. Like here, this is the central or the midpoint between these two bars. So as I have mentioned that these two bars, they indicates the muscular forces that cause the myomer segments to rotate rather than constrict. The rotation of cranial and caudal movements, caudal myomer segments, they bend the fish body about a point midway between the two segments. Alternate bends of the caudal end of the body propel the fish forward. Here in this video, you see that the lateral undulations of the trunk and tail produce the fish locomotion. Changes in the body musculature due to transition from water to land. The transition from water to land entailed changes in the body musculature. Like here, the appendages became increasingly important in locomotion. Movements of the trunk became less important. Here in the terrestrial environment, here the locomotion or the movement of the trunk became less important in locomotion, because here the appendages became increasingly important in locomotion. The segmental nature of the myomers in the trunk muscles was lost. Back muscles became more numerous and powerful. These evolutionary adaptations are well illustrated by comparing what is eaten in a fish dinner to a plate of chicken legs. Summary of today's lecture. This lecture was on the topic the muscular system of vertebrates. The vertebrate endoskeleton provides sites for skeletal muscles to attach. Tendons attach skeletal muscles to the skeleton. Musculature of fishes. Musculature of fishes consists of segmental myomers. Myomer segment cause the lateral undulations of the trunk and tail that produce fish locomotion. Transition from water to land. Here the appendages became increasingly important in locomotion. So this was all about today's lecture. I hope you well understood this topic.